Hello and welcome to another edition of 5th grade math. I'm Mr. Manella and joining me is...
It's me, Stu!
Oh, I didn't recognize you with that extra eyeball
Yes.
that appears to be growing out of your other eyeballs. Where'd that come from?
Well, somebody knitted it for me and sent it to me. One of my fans.
You have fans?
Yes, I have quite a large collection. We have a Facebook group. We're on Twitter, Instagram. But really, our main platform is TikTok.
Oh, that would explain why I don't know anything about it. I'm
Yes.
too
This
old
is
to
my
understand TikTok.
third eye. Helps me learn.
Yeah, I'm far too old to understand TikTok. I've seen some really funny TikToks. I'm glad it exists, but I am afraid of TikTok, to be quite honest.
You should be.
Yeah. Although, TikTokers have done a lot of really awesome things.
Yeah, they have. Man, I could spend hours on TikTok.
I support it completely.
Yeah. Well, so somebody made this for me, and I'm wearing it like Rowena Ravenclaw's diadem.
Deep cut right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need to read into book 6 for that. Yeah. It's a horcrux.
Yeah. The person that sent it to me was named Xenophilius.
Xenophilius Lovegood?
Yeah, how'd you know?
He's Luna's dad.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or at least whoever sent it to you is channeling Luna's father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't quibble over these things.
I see what you did there. Because he writes the Quibbler. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, this has been your Harry Potter update. It's not exactly an update. These books are like 20 years old at this point. But some of them are older than that. Okay. I'm actually reading book 6 right now just for personal pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good book.
Anyway. It's my favorite bedtime story.
So today we are going to be learning about units of capacity.
Ooh.
Do you know what that means?
Nope. Let me check my third eye. No.
Okay, so capacity.
Third eye blind.
Capacity refers to how much something can hold. Now, in this case, we're going to be referring to liquid units, okay? Because that's how we measure capacity most often in everyday life. So, you go to the store, you buy some milk. Let's say you buy the big container with a handle. How much is that? What do we call that?
A gallon of milk.
It's a gallon. So that would be the biggest possible unit, okay?
Oh, it is?
It's a gallon. Well, I mean, there are larger amounts than a gallon, but in terms of what we measure and what we use on a regular basis, a gallon is what we would work with, okay?
Oh.
So, that's a gallon, right? The milk jug.
Yeah, I could drink a gallon of milk with my cookies.
Yeah, well, milk's actually good for, spicy food, because, if you have, you eat a lot of Takis, milk cuts the heat, okay? The dairy does that.
Yeah.
I once got pepper juice on my face and in one of my eyes, and I had to pour half and half into my eye. It worked, but it was not fun. Not fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got milk all over your face.
Yeah, I actually had a friend that had to do it. She was a doctor, thank God.
Oh, good. I'm glad she was there.
Because I was making queso and I chopped up a bunch of habaneros and then I went like this. And I was
Don't touch your eyes! No, it's bad.
It was awful.
Oh.
Okay,
so I see you drew a little gallon there.
I did.
That's pretty good.
Okay.
I recognized it.
Thanks, buddy. Okay.
All right.
Mr. Manella can draw a little bit. Yeah, anyway. What are you doing?
I'm just working on my eye. Opening it up.
Okay. So, the next size would be we typically buy orange juice in this size container. It's begins with a Q. Do you know what that's called?
No, a quaffle.
It's not a quaffle. It's a ball from Quidditch. Okay, it's a quart.
I don't know.
Okay, it's a quart.
A quart.
So.
Oh, I've heard that before.
There are 4 quarts. That's not a coincidence. In a gallon. We just write them as QTs. Okay.
Wait a minute. Quart is like quarter.
Exactly, because there are 4 of them.
4 quarters make a whole.
Right, and so 4 quarts make a gallon.
I see.
Okay,
this eye is working.
Right, all right. So 4 quarts make a gallon. Okay?
All right.
So 2 quarts is a half a gallon. Okay?
All right.
And if you're wondering, where do 2-liter bottles of soda come in? A 2-liter bottle is about the same size as 2 quarts, but they're not quite the same. That's metric measurement. And we'll deal with that later.
On the other side of the pond.
But it's about 4 liters in a gallon, roughly.
Okay.
Anyway, so in each quart, we have a next smaller unit. Ben & Jerry's comes in this measurement. Do you know what those are called?
I do. I love me a pint of Chunky Monkey.
A pint, that's right.
Yeah.
Pints make up a quart.
Oh.
2 of them go into each quart, which
Oh.
would mean that how many go into a gallon? You can count them.
2, 4, 6, 8.
That's right. There are 8 pints.
Oh. So if I ate 8 pints of Ben & Jerry's, I would have eaten a gallon of ice cream.
Yes, please don't do that.
Mm.
Not at once.
Challenge accepted.
Over the course of my life, I've eaten way more than 8 pints of Ben & Jerry's. But
you and me both, brother.
yeah, but please don't do that all at once.
Mm.
A gallon of ice cream in one day is going to make you very sick. Okay.
I mean, that's worth trying. No regrets.
So next, we have something that's a little bit smaller. They actually go 2 of them into every pint.
Huh.
And what we refer to them as is actually a word we use all the time. What do you drink out of?
A glass.
So, sure, but let's say it was made out of plastic. What might you call
A
it?
tumbler.
I think you're being difficult on purpose.
What?
3 letters.
Let me check the eye. A cup!
A cup. So a cup is a unit of measurement. There are 2 of them in every pint. Okay?
Oh.
Which means there are how many of them
Little bitty babies.
in a gallon? Well, count them once I'm done.
Yeah, I was going to say, I need to count these. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16?
16 cups in a gallon.
16 cups!
How many cups in a quart? Count them up. Count the lines that go up into the quart. There's a reason I'm doing the chart this way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's right. These 4 cups. Okay, let's color code this. I should have done this earlier. We'll do it now. So we'll make the quarts red, right?
Okay.
Keep the gallon black. Okay?
Yeah.
And we'll make the pints blue.
Ooh. Nice, lovely blue. What color are we going to make those cups?
We're going to make them green.
No little tumblers at the bottom.
Green.
Okay.
See that more color? You can see that now.
Yeah. Okay.
So now we have, whoops, quart should be red. Okay.
Yeah.
You can see how many of these things each go into the other. So like this would be all into 1 quart. This would be a 2nd quart, a 3rd quart, and a 4th quart. Okay?
Okay.
So
2 pints make a quart.
correct.
And 4 cups make a quart.
Correct.
Oh.
And so if I said, how many cups make a gallon, you could tell me how many?
16.
16. And we'll even put the number to make a gallon next to it. 4 there.
Oh.
8 pints.
Oh.
And 16 cups.
Hey, wait, that's a pattern.
It is a pattern. What are you multiplying by?
Those are doubling.
Yeah.
Times 2.
Times 2, because there's 2 of them in each one, okay?
Oh.
But remember, there's not 2 quarts in a gallon, there's 4. So
Right,
it's
right.
not an exact pattern, unfortunately. It'd be nice if everything was just times 2, times 2, times 2, but it's not.
Yeah.
That would be too easy. And especially
too easy.
Too easy, yep. And especially,
Do you want to wear my eye? That was pretty witty.
Especially because the next one, the last unit we're going to talk about is ounces. Those are the smallest ones. And there's 8 of them in every cup.
Ounces?
Yeah, ounces. So like
Ooh.
8 ounces in every cup. So I'm not gonna do like.
What if you did like little hashtags?
So what I'm gonna do is little 8s. Okay.
Oh, okay. Little 8s.
8.
Little 8s.
8. 8. So you can see these 2 8s go into a pint. So how many ounces would be in a pint?
What, 16?
Exactly. A
Ah.
Ben & Jerry's is 16 ounces of ice cream.
16 ounces of heaven.
Right. So since each of these cups is
We really
8
need to get some
ounces,
ice cream.
all right, that means there are 16 cups in a gallon. 16 times 8 would tell us how many ounces there are in a gallon.
Whoa.
Yeah.
16 times 8.
Well, that's just the same as 10 times 8.
Yeah, we gotta split it up. 10
10
times
times
8
8
is 80.
And then 6 times 8 is?
48.
You just put them together.
Oh.
8, 12.
128. 128
Uh-huh.
ounces.
128 ounces
That's in a gallon?
in a gallon. Uh-huh.
Oh,
So if
that's what it says on the milk carton.
It does say that on
Or the milk gallon. It
The
says
milk gallon.
128
Right.
ounces.
The milk carton is probably a quart. Milk does come in
those say
quarts.
64.
Okay, right. No, a quart's not 64, bud. Look,
Oh, 2 quart, half gallon.
learning moment. You're right, because
Oh,
a quart is these 4 8s. So how many is in a
Okay.
quart?
48.
8 times 4 is 48?
No. 32.
32. I think I might be squeezing your brain. That
Oh, this eyeball is starting to not
So
work.
a quart is 32 ounces, a pint is 16, a cup is 8, a gallon is 120. Okay? So,
I think we're going to go open the fridge and look at all these things.
we
I
are.
need to double check.
And what we're going to do is when we actually practice this, there's going to be a guide that tells you how many ounces are in everything. Okay? So it's not like you have to memorize all of this. But I do want you to be familiar with how all of this works.
But you guys should go look in your fridges too.
Yeah.
Go look and see how many ounces, how many gallons.
For example, and we typically measure liquid we drink in ounces. A can of soda is 12 ounces.
Yeah.
So it's more than a cup, but it's less than a pint.
Oh.
Now, that being said, there are 16-ounce bottles you can buy. There are 20-ounce bottles. 20 ounces is more than a pint. You can certainly buy liquid in quarts. We often do. Okay? So ounces let you know. So if you have a 20-ounce bottle, you've got 2 cups and 4 extra ounces left over.
Now, will it say ounces all written out just like that?
No, it usually says OZ. Thank you for pointing that out.
Why does it say that? OZ?
Because it's magic, like the Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
It's not actually magic. It's just math, but it's mathemagical.
Mathemagical!
That's right.
So you got to look for the OZ.
Yep. So what we're going to practice initially is like just how many ounces are in this many things, and so forth and so on, just using practice that we can. But we'll have a more in-depth video in terms of how to convert that. Because much like with feet and inches and yards, if you're going from smaller units to bigger units, you're going to divide. And if you're going from bigger units to smaller units, you're going to multiply.
Oh, man.
Okay? 1 cup times 8 for ounces, pint times 2 for cups, times 16 for ounces, and so forth and so on. We're going to cover the conversions.
This hard.
More, yeah, we're going to cover the conversions a bit more in depth. We're going to do some real basic ones in your math practice in class, okay? And then we'll do more in-depth ones in a couple of days.
Conversions, you mean I'm going to change back and forth.
Exactly.
I'm going to make cups into quarts or quarts into cups.
Right, but for now, we just want you to familiarize yourself with the names, okay? And I'll put in parentheses how many ounces each one of these is. A cup is 8, a pint is 16, a quart is 32, and a gallon is how many?
128.
128.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's just something to remember, okay? But we'll work more thoroughly with converting things in the next video.
Okay, I'm going to the fridge.
Okay.
I gotta check this out.
All right. Since we're not...
Do you want some cookies? I'm gonna get some cookies too.
Cookies are in the fridge?
No, but they're nearby.
All right. While he does that, I'll just even quickly recap. Just remember, gallon is the biggest unit. Okay? 4 quarts in a gallon. 8 pints in a gallon. 16 cups in a gallon. 128 ounces in a gallon. 2 pints in a quart. 2 cups in a pint. 4 cups in a quart. We'll work a bit more on this later, but just familiarize yourself with these terms. Okay?
All right, I'm getting a whole gallon of milk. I'm really into cookies right now.
I'm going to go get the paper towels. Cause
Oh, I spilled it! I spilled the milk! I'm sorry! Oh, this third eye is not as helpful as Xanophilia said it would be.
That expression, don't cry over spilled milk.
I need you.
This concludes our video lesson. See you next time.